In a lush green forest, there lived many bears, where sweet water streams, red apples, and juicy fruits grew. Among them was a mischievous bear named Manu, whose job was to search for honeycombs all day and bother the small birds. He would take eggs from their nests and hide them in the grass, dunk little animals' babies in the streams, and shake trees for no reason. To him, these were all fun pranks. He was the leader of the mischievous cubs of the forest, and they all called him the prince. When they joined forces to cause trouble, the entire forest seemed to shake. The smaller animals would get scared and hide in their homes. One day, while Manu was eating ripe red berries from a bush, he saw a few humans entering the forest. Manu got scared, not knowing what kind of creatures they were. He feared they might discover him and trouble would follow, so he hid in the bush, unsure of what to do. Manu had never seen humans before. Mistaking the hunters for other animals, he thought they might be creatures like him. The hunters eventually left, but they had planted a new thought in Manu's mind. He couldn't stop thinking about where these creatures had come from. I must go to their forest, he thought. That night, he dreamt of wearing a big hat, carrying a telescope on one shoulder and a thermos on the other. When he woke up, he was still lost in this thought. There was a crow in the forest who had seen Manu's behavior and quickly realized something was off. He kindly asked him about it, and Manu confessed that he liked the hunters. The crow, who was always a bit of a troublemaker, suggested, "I'll take you to their forest, where they came from. It's so wonderful there, you won't believe it." The crow painted a picture of the place so enticing that Manu started planning to go. Manu's cubs, who saw the change in him, thought he had fallen ill. One day, Manu told them, "I want to be like those creatures who visited here recently." The cubs couldn't remember who had come, so they went to the fox to ask. The fox looked around and said, "Oh, those were hunters. If they had seen you, they would have captured you. They came from the city. May they be cursed. They even took away a deer." Manu proposed, "I think we should go to the forest where they came from." "But what's the point of going there?" the young rabbit asked. "Just to see a new place, to learn something new," Manu replied proudly. A few of them agreed, but others wandered off. When Manu's parents heard about this, they scolded him and warned, "If you mention the city again, we'll tie you up and lock you away." Manu almost reconsidered, but the crow kept urging him. "Are you afraid? What are you doing here? Just think how wonderful things will be when you return from the city." Two of Manu's friends agreed to go with him. Manu's mother was very worried and tried to convince him, "This forest is the safest place for you. Don't step outside." But Manu was captivated by the crow's tempting words. Ignoring his parents' advice, one night, he set out with his two friends, while the crow flew overhead. As they traveled, they reached a large bamboo forest. There, an old monkey saw them and asked where they were headed. Manu replied, "We are going to the city." The monkey shouted at them, "Are you crazy? You'll die there. The humans came looking for animals like you in this forest, and now you want to go to the city?" But the crow took them aside and whispered, "Don't listen to the old monkey. He's just jealous because he can't travel anymore." Manu and his two friends decided to continue their journey the next morning. However, when Manu woke up the next day, he found himself alone. His two friends had run off. He was disheartened, but the crow reassured him, "I'm still here, let's go to the city." The journey continued, and after many days, they finally reached the outskirts of the city. From a distance, they could see the houses, roads, and factories. Manu was ecstatic, overwhelmed with joy and curiosity. He wanted to rush in and explore. The crow suggested, "Let's rest tonight, and tomorrow we'll go into the city fresh." That night, Manu dreamt he was walking on a shiny road, with many animals following him, clapping and cheering. But then he felt something strange. "What's this rope around my nose?" he thought, shaking it off. "What's going on?" When he woke up the next morning, the crow was gone. Manu was terrified but decided to keep going to the city, thinking he could enjoy himself alone. As he walked towards the city, he entered a strange house where suddenly a heavy stick hit him on the head and everything went black. When he opened his eyes, he found a rope tied to his nose and his hands and feet were bound. Manu thought it was just a dream and that he would soon wake up to enjoy the city, but hunger soon overtook him. He realized this was no dream. Days passed, and Manu, weak from hunger, could barely keep his eyes open. One day, a man came into the room, gave him some food, and Manu ate it before falling into a deep sleep. Dear children, this mischievous bear, who once troubled the animals of the forest, had ignored his mother's advice and ended up in the city. Now, people pull him around by his nose, showing him no mercy.